um, let's just take a few deep breaths. You sit up straight. And they say if you raise the crown, you raise the spirit. Relax your shoulders. And we're allowed to roll our shoulders forward and hollow the chest a little bit in Tai Chi. So we don't need to sit up like you're in the military, your shoulders back. Just relax. Okay. And let's do a little opening breath. So we're going to scoop up to the sides, palms up, out to the sides. Take a deep breath overhead and push down. Pull the energy down from the heavens, pushing it down into your dantian, in your belly, and dissipating the excess energy down back to the ground again. Nothing ever wasted. One more time. Up, over, push down, and relax. And you want to imagine that you're pulling up against a slight force. And when you reach overhead and push down, you're pulling down against a slight force as we exhale. And bringing the hands straight up, arms straight out, fingers dangling down. Inhaling, turning the palms face down, pushing down. And come up again, arms straight out. And now pull in, breathing in. Turn, palms facing out, push out. Breathing out. Extend the arms all the way out, touching the shoulder blades back together if you can. Deep breath. Push slowly, arms straight out, parallel. Exhaling. And turn the palms down and return them to your knees or your lap. And keep going with this, coming up, inhaling and in. Exhaling, pushing out. Opening up wide, all the way back, and pushing in. And pull in, 1, 2, 3, open, 4, pull in, 1, push out, breathe out, 2, inhale, open or expand, push and contract or close, pull in, coil, inhale, push out, uncoil, expand, coil, collapse, push in and down. Come up holding a ball and play with the ball, open and close. Imagine that the ball's expanding out with some resistance, and now you're contracting the ball about the size of a beach ball with your hands out in front of you. Turn the hands in opposite directions. Turn and look at your palm on one side, blocking down to the back with the other palm. Rotate back to center. And now the other side. Inhale. Come back to center, holding a ball to the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Try to feel energy between your hands. 1, 2, Try to feel a connection between the two hands. 3, 4. Keep going to one side and the other. Turning and looking. And open and close in front. Turn the palms down and relax. Bringing up the ball in front of you. Turning the ball over. Hands on the top and bottom of the ball in front of you. Turn it over the other way, 180 degrees in the other direction. The hand should be symmetrical with fingers pointing in the opposite directions. Your palm should be vertically aligned up and down. Now we're going to turn to the side of the lower palm, around the waist, as far as you can, looking to one side or the other, holding that ball on that side. And as you take a deep breath in, and now as you exhale, you're going to rotate the ball back to center, holding it side to side. Rotate the ball in front, around the other way, palms vertically aligned, facing each other. Turn to the other side. Inhale and come back to center. Now you want to have one hand above, turning that ball over about face high, and the other one is down around touching your lap. And turn and hold the ball. Inhaling, rotate back to the other side, and just keep going. 1. Exhale. 2. And exhale. See if you can feel your hands connecting with each other, even though they're not touching. See if you can control the movement so everything is symmetrical. As you turn and twist, holding the ball on one side and the other, everything is perfectly symmetrical. And remember to breathe in as you stretch to the side, and breathe out as you return to the center. Twist around the waist and turn. See how far you can turn your waist to the side. And let's do 2 more. 1. Back to center, slowly to the other side, turning the ball over, back to center. And now we're going to do an open and close. Bring the hands down on your lap with the palms crossing at the wrist. And now bring your hands out to the sides and up, taking a closing breath, scooping up overhead, breathing in and exhaling, coming down. Good, excellent, and relax. Excuse me. Bring your hands up, parallel, straight out, hold the ball. And now you're going to push one palm across to the front and swat out front to the other side. As you turn the other palm facing out, jutting the elbow back and pushing to the side, both fingers pointing out. And now push that backhand out, twist the palms around, turn at the waist and push to the other side. Palms will be facing out to the side, lined up at the lateral side on the sagittal plane, just like the wall to one side. you're pushing against a wall, fingers pointing out, palms facing out, back elbow jutting straight back, and now push the backhand out straight, spinning both palms around, twisting around, push to the other side, turning at the waist. 1, push and pull. 2, excellent. 3, 4, turn at the waist and look to the left and to the right as you do this exercise. And now let's see if you can do the exercise without stopping at the side. So very slowly, as soon as you reach the side, the hands are anticipating and they're turning over, rotating in the opposite direction, reaching the other side. As soon as they reach the other side, like water, they turn and they push in the other direction. And try to make this fluid, like running water, which never quite stops. Turning to one side and the other, looking to that side. Okay, now just come back to center, holding a ball. It's open and close, and return our palms to our laps again. Excellent. Take a few deep breaths. You can close your eyes if you want. Just relax. Take a few deep breaths. And do a body scan. It's a good time to do a body scan starting at the top. Are you relaxed? Are you holding any tension in your face or your lips? See if you can relax. Moving down to your shoulders. We often hold tension in our shoulders. Drop your shoulders and let them totally relax. Going down, moving down to the elbows. Relax. Pushing further down in our awareness to our hands on our laps. Relaxing the hands. Moving down to the knees. Relaxing the knees. Moving down further to the calves. Relaxing the calves. Back down to the ankles and the heel. The same, feeling that relaxation response. And finally, focus your attention on your toes and let it go. Let your toes go. Let them be relaxed. Now your whole body should be totally relaxed, sitting up straight, following your breath. Okay, good. And now we slowly make 2 fists, bringing the fists up with to the side and the elbows straight back. The heart of the fist facing up, fingers up. I'm going to move away from the screen. And we're going to now twist, punch out straight as we kick with the opposite foot. 1, bring it foot in the hand, fist back to the waist. And now the other hand, the alternate foot, push, punching in, kicking out, pulling back at the same time. 1, and back. Punch and kick, and back. Punch and kick, and back. Punch and kick, back. and kick out as far as you can, feeling without going beyond your comfort level. Maybe you just kick your toe out. I'm doing it, I'm extending my kick so you can see my foot and my hand so you can see it. If you can do that, fine. If you just kick out a little bit, that's just perfectly okay. Again, having control over these movements. Total awareness. Focusing your mind on coordinating the kick and the punch at the same time so that they end up extended and come back at the same time as you turn and rotate the fist over 180 degrees. So you punch out, the knuckles are down, the fingers are down, and then they turn back up when you bring the hand or fist into your side. This is a twisting motion. 2 more, 1 and 2. Now, if you're standing up, you can do the same thing. I see some people standing up, and that's good. Okay. Bringing our hands out, let's do take a closing breath up and down. Relax. Okay, everyone should know the drill. We're getting down to our feet. Finally, we don't want to neglect our ankles and our feet. We put the toe down, lift the heel, and rock back and forth on the toe. Rocking the heel to the left and to the right, 1 foot at a time. And now if we put our foot down, we rock the foot back and forth to the left and the right. The toe and the heels are down. Let's rock to the left, rock to the right. See how far you can extend in both directions. Again, taking a precaution not to overdo it, meaning not going beyond your comfort level. And now the other foot, swinging the heel back and forth on the toe. And putting the foot down, rocking back and forth. Excellent. Okay, so Sun style Tai Chi. We are working on the reverse direction. The last thing we learned was the reverse single whip. And today we're going to learn the reverse cloud hands. So let's start at the beginning of the reverse direction. And then near the end of the session, we'll go all the way back to the first direction and do 12 movements, and then continue on in the second direction or the reverse direction through cloud hands, which is the new move that we're going to learn today. So for those of you who have taken the first part of the course, the first 12 movements in one direction, the first direction, these movements are not any different. They're just the reverse. So they're like the mirror images. And so we did a single whip. And this single whip was in the opposite direction, if you will. And so we'll start with open and close. So open and close is a symmetrical movement. There's no directionality to it, right? It's just in and out. There's only one way to do it. Holding a ball and opening up the ball, letting it expand and pushing it and contracting it. And then we go into our single whip. And for this single whip, unlike the first time, we're going to step to the left this time. And what I mean by that is we're going to, if we're standing, we can step to the left. We're sitting, we just take our left foot and move it over to the left a little bit. If you can't move your foot, don't worry about it. Don't do it. We take a slight step to the left. We turn the hands facing out. And we push out and lean, if you will, a little bit toward the left, trying to keep your body upright. Now we're going to bring the left hand in and the left foot back next to the right foot. We're going to line up the left hand underneath the right elbow. So the left hand should be basically touching your hip, the fingers pointing to the right. And your right hand is up with the palm facing out about eye level. And as you know, from the first time around, before we can do cloud hands, we need to shift our hands up and down. And we're going to shift our hands up and down, maintaining the same vertical alignment of the hands. So we're not going to move the hands over one way or the other. We're just switching them up and down like we're switching up and down a pole. And now the left hand is up with the palm facing out. The right hand is down, the palm facing down. And now we're going to pull both hands across through the center line. And turning at the waist, we're going to turn the waist, the hands move with the waist up to the left-hand side. And now the hands and palms, that is, are lined up on the left shoulder line. The left hand up, palm facing out, the right hand down, palm on your lap with the fingers pointing to the left. And we shift the hands up and down again, and now turn to the right. Slowly, hands together to the right-hand side. Shifting the hands up and down. Turning to the left. Shifting the hands up and down. Turning to the right, shoulder line. And now see if you can add some fluidity to this. So instead of imagining that you're moving up and down and across a box, make the movements a little bit more circular. So what we're doing is rounding out the corners, right, of this box. Switching and turning, both hands together. Switching and turning, both hands together. Like clouds moving in the sky. And now as we do this, let's look straight out and let's follow the movement of the upper hand as it moves across the top. And after the change on the other side, you look at the other hand moving across the top. So you should be shifting your attention and your eyes following that hand from one side to the other. As you're turning, your head is turning with your hands. Looking out through the fingers of the upper hand into the distance if you can. And now relax the hands. Relax your arms. See if you can make them as light as possible. No weight, no resistance. Relax the hands. Focus your attention on your breathing. Your breathing should be even. at whatever pace you decide to use. Just like the hands are moving slowly at the same pace, your breathing should be at the same pace, like should be turning, breathing in, turning over and breathing out completely, and breathing in and holding the breath slightly, and then exhaling and inhaling. Following your own pace. And now when you get to one side or the other, you take the lower hand and you cup it up, turn the palm over. You're still on one side or the other. As you bring the hand up, like you're scooping up water past the upper hand, you turn your waist, rotate that palm over so it's facing the other palm, so that as you come up, you're scooping up and turning front to the front as your hands form a ball, holding a ball, and open and close. And now let's just turn the palms down, bring them down to the lap and relax. Okay, so we did in the second direction, open and close, single whip, and cloud hands. So those are the three movements in the reverse direction. Let's practice that again. We'll put them all together. We start with open and close, holding a ball in front of us. Turn the palms facing out, push out. Single whip, extending the arms out to the sides, holding the palms up so that your hands and your arms form a swallow form. Take on the look of a swallow's wings. And now we bring the left hand down in a half circle, lining the left hand down under the right elbow, and switch up and down. When we get our hands switched up and down and perfectly aligned, we turn to the left, both hands moving to the left, switch up and down, begin turning to the right around the waist, switch up and down, turning to the left, switch up and down, and turning to the right, following the movement of the upper hand as we look through the fingers of the upper hand, moving to the left and back to the right. And now I'm going to turn both hands together to one side. Rotate the lower palm up. Rotate it up in an arc. Pass the other palm. Turning it around as we face centered, holding the ball, and open and close. And now bring the hands down on your lap. Okay, so those are the first three moves. So let's start at the beginning of the set in the first direction and go through and add the three steps in the second direction. So now we include a commencement because we're starting. Hands on our laps, bring the hands to the side, take a deep breath, exhale, relax, and when we're ready to begin, we inhale, we bring the fingers, the arms straight out like we're holding a ball, the fingers dangling down, and now the fingers are pointing straight out, holding a ball. We bring the ball in and down slightly to the tummy, and then we push the ball out like we're giving it to someone. And then we change our minds and we decide we're going to keep that ball, and we bring it right back in to the chest and we open and close. And single whip, turning the palms out, pushing slightly out, extending the palms and the hands out to the sides like a swallow's wings. And this time bringing the right hand down, lining it up under the left elbow. And switch, of course, before we go to cloud hands. And now pull to the right, both hands together. And switch on the right hand side, up and down. Pull to the left, turning at the waist. Getting to the other side and switch up and down. Again to the right. Switch up and down. You can do this as many times as you want. Switch up and down. We get to the right hand side. We take the lower palm, bring it up, scoop it up, over as we turn forward. And that palm now is palms facing each other and open and close. And now brush knee, rotating the palms over to the right, placing the left fingers on the right elbow. And the right palm is up right opposite the right ear. We look at that palm. We're turned at the waist to that right side, looking at the palm. Left finger's on the right elbow. And now as we start to turn our waist forward, we extend and push out and strike straight out with the right palm up near your ear, and then pull across, sweep across with the left hand, brushing knee and pushing and pulling that hand right back into the waist. So now my right hand is fully extended. My left hand is palm down with the thumb, edge of the thumb, touching the waist or the hip on my left side. And that was single whip. And now I'm going to go play the loop. And so I'm going to bring the lower left hand up and bring the right hand down in front of me, like I'm turning a wheel to the right. And now my left hand is going to be up, thumb pointing at my nose, palm facing to the right, and my right palm is going to be down with the fingers pointing out, the thumb up, and the palm facing to the left. And my hands are right in front of me with the lower hand about the height of the elbow of the upper hand. That's called playing the lute. Both arms are bent about 90 degrees. So you're going to hold this lute out away from your body. Beautiful. All right, very nice, Fred. Now we're ready for deflect, parry, and punch. So this is actually one move called deflect, parry, punch. We simply turn the hands over, but not move their orientation, their position. So the bottom hand palm comes up, the top palm rotates down. And now as we push out with the lower hand and pull in with the top palm, they slide past each other. The right palm and hand arms extend straight out with the palm up, fingers pointing out. And the left palm comes back into the waist, the palm facing down. Again, the palm down with the thumb attached to the hip or to the waist. One more deflect, turning the palms over again, left palm up, right down, push and pull again. The right palm pulling down to the waist, the left palm up, extending straight out about throat level. And right now we're just going to make two fists without changing the position. And now we're going to bring the forearm of the left hand arm, fold it into the chest and punch up over with the right fist up over that wrist. And so my right fist is fully extended out straight with the eye of the fist up. The eye of the fist meaning that it's that donut hole that's formed by the forefinger and the thumb as you make a fist. And that's a parry and a punch. So the parry is pulling that left hand arm over, pushing somebody's arm aside, or grabbing a wrist and pushing it aside. That's a parry. And then you punch over that wrist. So we have this 2 deflections, parry, punch. And you know what's next? We're going to just simply now, without changing position, open up the hands, push the hand palms facing out like a butterfly, crossed at the wrist. And now we bring both palms in and elbows down in to the face, the palms facing out, and we're blocking, protecting our face. The elbows are jutted down at about 45 degrees. The palms are 2 or 3 inches from the face, and there should be a triangle formed between the fingers, 4 fingers and the thumbs of both palms, right around the mouth. You can imagine that somebody's punched at you and you're just putting your hands up and blocking that punch to your face. And now bring your hands, palms slightly down, and push out. So it's a nice gentle arc down and out. Fully extend it out, pushing out. And now turn your palms so you're holding the ball, and bring the ball in. Breathing in, and now open and close. And moving on to the other direction, single whip, turn the palms out, push out and extend. Bringing the left palm down in an arc underneath the right elbow. Switching the hands up and down on the right side. Upper palm always facing out, lower palm facing down. Pulling both palms to the left-hand side together. The left shoulder line, switching up and down. Your right hand should be up, left hand down, right hand up, palm out. Pulling to the right-hand side, the right shoulder line, without changing the either the vertical alignment or horizontal alignment, and then we switch again on the right-hand side and turn back to the left. And we can do this as many times as we want. This is cloud hands, switching up and down and turning. And let's keep going with this. Relax. Look through the fingers of the upper hand. And as I come back to that starting side on the right this time, turning the lower palm up, scooping it up in an arc, turning to the left. The hands should be palms facing each other as I turn to the front, and open and close. And if we want to end it right here, we just turn the palms down, push down to the left, hands at our sides, and relax. Take a nice deep breath. Your body should be really relaxed now. If you want, start it again, do a body scan and start at the top, work your way down and check it out. All right. So, are there any questions about any of the movements, any of the forms? No? Frederick, any questions? Yes.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So, okay, some key points, I guess. Some key points is, of course, relaxing. And that's important, both mentally and physically, but not completely. You want to have a little bit of intention, it's called, or form, a feeling of intention or intentionality in the movements, coordinating the movements so that they move, that the hands move together symmetrically. Be sure to turn when we turn, to turn at the waist. Look straight out, don't look down. Make sure that your crown is raised all the time. And to help with that, it helps to tuck the chin in. If you want to extend it a little further, you can put the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. There's a pressure point there. And you breathe through your nose.
Call from Guadalupe.
Try that. Put the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Open your mouth slightly and breathe through your nose. Okay. Good. When you turn your palms over, you turn them over together. That's why we do this exercise at the beginning where we play around with this ball. So as we turn it, it turns symmetrically. Okay. Open and close. And down. All right. 5 animal frolic. Start with monkey, comes up. Just like the opening movement, the hands come up and out. And now the palms push down to the lap. Sweeping up and down, up and down. Spin the palms around on your lap. Fingers moving in opposite directions like you're spinning around on a tabletop. Make 2 monkey paws. Pinching the fingers all together. The fingers pointing down, and bring your paws up to your chest like a monkey holding something up with the palms up at the chest. And as we reach out and pluck the fruit, we step out at the same time and bring the foot and the hand in to the chest. Push down, palms facing down. Turn the palms over, out to the side, closing breath up, scooping up and down. Come up, 1. Come down, 2. Spin up the lap. Make the paws, bring the paws up to the chest, stepping out with the other hand and leg and picking the fruit and bringing the fruit in, down, out to the side. Big breath, scoop up and down. One more time. Bring the hands up, fingers pointing down, completely relaxed. Turn the fingers forward or slightly up, push down. Again. Spin on the horizontal plane, make the paws, fingers together, pinch together. Bring the forearms up, locking the elbows at your chest, to the side. Reach out, step out, pluck the fruit, bring the fruit back in to the chest. Open the palms, push down, out to the side, up, closing breath, and down. Nice and smooth. Good job, Sally. And now the other side, let's even it out. Up and down. Totally relaxed. Spin around the table. Throw the hands up to the chest. Tips of the fingers together. Reach out. Step out. Pluck. Pull in to the chest. Push down to the lap. And closing breath. Deer. Deer comes up and down. Again, up in front. Arms straight out. Push down. Push to the side, which means that you're extending out back and pushing back with your palms. And now one hand rotates straight out, pushing out, and the other back. And so one hand is reaching out, the palm facing out, like in brush knee. And the other hand, the other arm is straight back in the other direction, pushing back with the other palm. Now you want to look back at that back palm as you turn slowly and look back. And now as you switch the hands, the back hand pushing out, the front hand pushing back, you turn and look back again. Try to turn and twist as far as you can. Push, extending your fingers out, pushing out, trying to extend all of the tendons in your wrists, your hands, your arms, shoulders. Switch again, front and back, turn and look in the other direction. Hold it, breathe in. And now turn both hands over, turn both palms over and take that back palm and extend it up straight and strike out over the wrist of the arm out in front. So the front hand doesn't move, it just turns over and you strike up past that wrist so that your palms are facing each other and the wrists are locked together. And now swoop down, bring both hands down crossed in front of you. Your wrists connected together, palms should be facing up. And now bring them out to the side and up over your head and down. Good. And now the other side. So I remember, let's say I pushed out with a, doesn't matter, let's start again. So up and down, part the bushes, push back, arms straight. And now I'm going to reach out, my other hand, in my case, my left hand, and push forward, extending the left arm forward as I push back with the other arm, palms facing back, looking back. And now switch and look in the other direction. So you should have the feeling like you're a deer running through the woods. And these are your legs running back, the back legs. Reaching back, looking back, pushing, reaching back, pushing, back, pushing forward. And you just keep pushing, running. And now my left hand is going to come out. My right hand is going to, arm is going to go back. I'm going to turn the palms over, strike up over the wrist of the left hand this time. And now I'm going to bring the palms down, crossing out to the side, up, over, and down. And one more time. Commencement, up and down. Push back, parting the bushes. Extending the right hand straight out, palm facing out. The left arm all the way back, pushing back. Looking back to the left. Switching, looking back to the right. Pushing front and fore and aft looking back, switching, looking for back. One more time. And now I'm going to, got my right hand straight out, pushing out, my left hand arm all the way back, pushing back. I'm going to turn my right hand over, my left palm over, which is the back palm. I'm going to slice up, striking over the front of the right wrist. Bring the palms down, palms crossed, out to the side, up and over and down. And one more time, up and down. Push to the sides. Push and pull. I mean, push in both directions, back and forward. Look back. Keep the arms straight and just rotate them in an arc to the other side, pushing back and pushing forward, looking back. You're making circular motions. You're just making an arc, just swinging the arms back, pushing one out and one back, palms facing, back palm facing back, front palm facing forward, looking back. And now just reverse it and look back and turn the palms over from that position, strike up with the back palm over the other wrist, hands crossed, bring the arms down to your waist, up, deep breath in and come down. So we did monkey and we did deer, and it is 12:26, so we're going to continue. And we're going to go to the third animal, and we're going to do, I think we're going to do tiger. So tiger is the only one that doesn't go up and down in front of you. So tiger goes to the left, pushing to the left and the right, just in that exercise that we did at the beginning of the session. We turn and twist the palms and push to one side and the other, or the other. So we start in our starting position. We bring the hands and up and like we're holding a ball briefly, and we push to one side, twist and turn, push to the other side. And now make two claws with your hands, like tiger claws. And turning to the front, we're going to scoop down, straight down across the knees and up, like in a little circle to the chest. And scoop down with your claws again, all the way down and up. And this time, reach back, bring your arms up all the way over your head and back as far as you can, and bring your head all the way back with your chin up, and stretch your spine. Inhaling, and now just as you relax, you just come down, straight down the way you came up. And then when you get to your lap, you bring your hands up and do a closing breath again, sweeping up to the sides, over and down. Good. Now remember which side you push to the first time and push to the other side. So we're going to push one, turning at the waist, push to the other side. Imagine you're a big animal like a tiger pushing a trees apart. And now as you come to push to center, extend your claws, scoop down, cross your legs, scoop up, small circle in front of your chest, scoop down again with your claws. Now come up, bring the hands up over your head, all the way back, stretch back, lean back, inhale, and relax and come down to your thighs, and then closing breath, extend out, up, over, and down, and exhale. Tiger pushes to the left, tiger pushes to the right, reaches down, grabs the prey, brings it up, takes a bite, comes, scoops back down, drops it, decides to take a little siesta, scooping back, Take a deep breath. Come back down the center. All the way back and down to your lap. Turning the palms over, up to the sides. Scooping down, pushing down, and relax. And one more. Tiger pushes to the other side. Turning, rotating around, pushing to the other side. Extending the claws, scooping down, and up in a nice arc. One more circle down, and this time all the way back. Hands up over your head. Deep breath, and relax your hands. Come down to your thighs. Turn the palms over, scooping up. Inhale, and come down and exhale. Now, when you do these animals, you want to kind of feel what it's like to be in the skin of those animals. Each of those animals has a different personality, depending on how they make a living, right? What they eat mostly. And in the case of a monkey, a monkey's very clever and kind of mischievous. And you want to imagine that, you're kind of reaching out and plucking some fruit off a tree before another monkey does, right? So, and bringing it in. And monkeys also has a feeling of whimsicalness, being whimsical. I don't know if that's a real word. And that's that feeling. And of course, a tiger is a fierce animal, and a tiger is the feeling of a tiger that is one of anger, but you have to be careful with it because it's controlled anger. So a tiger appears to be fierce and angry on the outside, but inside the tiger is actually very at peace and equanimous. So what's going on inside is the tiger is really relaxed, but it needs to be fierce on the outside to be able to make a living. And so that's kind of the feeling that you should have. And we did monkey, tiger, and deer. And deer is an animal that makes its living by eating grass and staying away from prey. And so it makes use of its being nimble and quick and being able to run really fast and leap. And it has a feeling of levity, of lightness, and expansiveness as it moves and takes these long strides, leaping forward and back and pushing all the way back and leaping forward and back. And that's the feeling that you should have. It's a very expansive, smooth kind of feeling that you should have. And you can make up your own metaphors by watching tigers, monkeys, and deer, and then imagining what it's like to be in their skin. So the ancients, ancients being 3,000 years ago when Qigong was developed, and that's how old this is, they watched animals a lot and they mimicked the movements of animals and put them into exercises for health purposes. So they believed that if they did Qigong religiously and practiced these 5 animal frolic exercises, that it would induce immortality, it lead to immortality. So let's live long as we can, and let's be as healthy as we can and do Qigong and Tai Chi. Okay, very good. So this is our ending: strength and respect, right? We'll see you guys next week. Have a lovely week, everybody.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thanks.
You're welcome. Practice.
Thank you.
Be happy, be healthy.